Quantum Mechanics 101 by Ahaz Khan. What is the science of quantum mechanics? Quantum mechanics is the how and why of things at the incredibly minuscule scale. Examples such as photons, atoms, hadrons, protons, neutrons, and electrons, their oppositely charged counterparts, antiprotons and positrons, 6 flavors of quarks, up, down, top, bottom, strange, and charm, neutrinos, and etc. Etc. would consist of strings from string theory, and quantum foam, and maybe like other kinds of neutrinos. I'm not sure, but fun thing about strings is that even though they're one-dimensional, just things that make up the universe, if you take 2 of them, you line them up end to end, you would instantly create a wormhole through time. So if you want an easy way to time travel, just find 2 strings, line them up, bam, time travel, string theory, easy. When you go down to the scale of these entities, normal physics or classical mechanics, as described by Sir Isaac Newton, the inventor of calculus, can't really describe what happens because, it's just way too small. I think my favorite particle in quantum mechanics would have to be the Higgs boson, the God particle, the thing that basically allows matter to have mass. A funny joke I heard about the Higgs boson is that, so a Higgs boson walks into a church. The pastor says, "Sorry, we don't allow God particles in here because it's way too controversial." The Higgs boson replies, "But without me, you can't have mass." I thought that was pretty funny the first time I heard it. Schrödinger's cat. The best known experiment in quantum mechanics would have to be the thought experiment conceived by Schrödinger and his cat. I don't think Schrödinger had a cat. I'm not sure. Maybe he did. Basically, the experiment went something like this. The cat is strapped in a bunker with a barrel of explosive having a 50% chance to explode or to not explode. The cat has a 50% chance of living or dying. If repeated enough times, we would see that half the time Kitty lives, the other half Kitty dies. The quantum mechanic part of this involves superposition, quote unquote. So, superposition would be when something is and is not at the same time. So, for this case, before we check what happened inside the bunker, the cat is both dead and alive because it's a 50% chance. We don't know what happens until then. So, until we check that whether the cat is dead or alive, it is both dead and alive. And us checking collapses reality into one situation where either the kitty lives or kitty dies. That's the quantum mechanics part of it, and that's the real interesting part of it. The other thing that quantum mechanics has to do with it is the equation IH over 2 pi times partial derivative of psi over the partial derivative of time equals negative h squared over 8 pi squared times m times change squared psi plus v psi, where I is the square root of -1, h is Planck's constant, and Planck, he's a pretty cool guy in quantum mechanics. But yeah, his constant is 6.68 times 10 to the -34 joules of energy. Pi being 3.14, the circumference having to do with circles. Psi being psi, I don't know what psi is. T being the constant for time, M being the constant of mass, change being change, V being V. I don't know what V is either. That's all the quantum mechanics I have right now, basics of it. But this is paradoxes. I like paradoxes. Paradoxes are cool. Physics, where it at? Time travel, let's go. Bootstrap. Can a time traveler send himself information with no outside source? Yes. No, I don't know. It's a paradox. What's an interesting one? Quantum. This is what we're looking for. Uncertainty principle. Attempts to determine position must disturb momentum. and attempts to disturb momentum or determine momentum would... Oh! Oh! I get it. Basically, I'm not sure. It wasn't Schrodinger. It wasn't Ohm either. It was one guy. Let's click this. Let's see. Who was it? Heisenberg. That's who it was. Basically, he can tell where he's going, but not how fast he's going. Or he can tell how fast he's going, but not where he's going. It's one or the other. And if you're trying to find, if you find one, you can't have the other. That's basically it, because it screws up. It would just screw it with you. Archer's paradox. This is classical mechanics. Let's go. An archer must, in order to hit his target, not aim directly at it, slightly to the side. I don't know if that's true. I don't do archery. I play on my computer all day because I'm a fat fuck. Fuck. Another thing is razors. Occam's razor. Fuck. No. This is not what I wanted. Okay, Occam's razor. Heuristic guide in development of theoretical models. Yeah. There's another thing. Newton's flaming laser sword. Yes, this is what I wanted. Alder's razor. So this guy called Alder and made an essay about Newton's flaming laser sword. Basically, Newton or Alder said that anything that cannot be experimented in real life should not be considered an experiment. So that's a lot of thought experiments just down the drain. Mike Alder, what a legend. Sources: Wikipedia. Wikipedia is good. You should use it. Cite it more in your school essays. In closing, I'm not really sure what to do. I kind of just did 45 minutes of research on Wikipedia, and I'm really tired right now. I just woke up. But you guys are my fans, my lovely fans. I love you guys as I would family. But I really want to die right now. Okay. Bye.